We have a letter to the city of Polson. It's been presented to us for the annexation of the tribal tract of land north of Polson on Highway 93. Is there action, a motion by Carol to approve the letter to the city manager, and second by Ellie? Unanimous. We have the feasibility study that's been presented to us for the the Big Arm convenience store by Oak and Stone, and we have reviewed that. Is there a motion to accept the feasibility study? Motion by Carol.
Mr. Chairman, can I add, make a motion to do that, but when is there a time to also go to the community and show them this, or are we there yet? Because I know once that's said in a meeting, they're gonna say, well, how come we weren't involved? But I think if we get them involved in the first steps of this finished product, that'll help us get the information out to them.
Okay. That would be a motion to accept the feasibility study and present to the community of communities of Elmo, Dayton, and Big Arm. Is there a second? Second by Anita. All those in favor? Unanimous. Yes, Anita.
And I guess maybe Janet and other staff can kind of help us get an idea about how we can start looking for funding in different areas. I don't know, you mentioned the bipartisan, but with all the food sovereignty and stuff like that, even if we based it back to them selling produce and local products out of it or something to try to get going on it. We see the feasibility, and then 2 or 3 years down the road, we've gone nowhere, like Len said. And it would be good to kind of start getting an idea, where can we get funding, what would be the best options, and to make it sustainable. Thank you.
Thank you, Anita. That's a good point. So we have a really nice report, a really nice feasibility study here that we can deliberate on. And we could absorb this and have some internal meetings upon it. And then, but as always, funding is critical. So that is a good suggestion, Anita, that we would start looking at that, studying the bipartisan infrastructure law for funding opportunity. Other thing that we could, it could be food sovereignty. It could be, Jordan's, his foundation. There's a lot of different funding out there that could be brought in as a package for the construction of a store in the Elmo area or a Big Arm area. So that is a great idea. I don't know what kind of action we would need to take, Janet, for you or Velda to proceed with that. Definitely, I think we want to have that review of the existing building that we're missing. I was kind of surprised that they weren't allowed in it in part of the analysis here, but we definitely need to get into the building and look at the condition of it for suggestions we might have. Greg?
Chairman?
Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
Chairman, I'll begin to work with economic development and pull some things together for you for a presentation in executive on Monday, and we can begin to flesh out some of these ideas together. I can prepare that for you, sir.
Thank you. Anita.
And hopefully, Greg, you can help us with this, you or Rick too, is getting an update on that property management, because it's been quite a while since we've had any kind of report on where they're at. Tribal Lands mentioned it this morning, but we need to figure out the buildings we have and what we can do with them. And so that'd be good if they could bring in some kind of an update where that is.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Go ahead, Sky.
Yeah, I didn't know if we were allowed to talk, but yeah, I know we were only hired to do the, feasibility process, but, definitely Greg and Velda, feel free to always reach out to us because we do have lots of experience and connections of funding options. And then, we've come in and helped tribes start the master planning and walk them through everything else to get all the way to completion to where it's 2-3 phases of master developments that you have an area. So don't be afraid, to give us a call and we'll help you.
Thank you, Sky. Janet?
We are working on the policy document for the property management team. We had started with an inventory and then the team felt that we needed to develop some draft policy for how we work together. And then the lands department recommended we add property acquisition and the process for a new property acquisition. So it's gone back and forth. We pretty much have consensus now on a draft policy document that we'd like to bring into council. So we'll be scheduling that within the next 2 weeks.
Thank you, Janet. Len?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I'm just gonna continue to move this project, continue to keep this project moving. Hold on here. I'm just thinking a lot if we need an action to have economic development, identify funding options to implement a segment of the old Elmo master plan, which is the store. So, Janet, that's something that we need to move forward on this, or is that just you guys are already aware and we'll start that?
Yeah, I think we're aware, Councilman Tucci. I think we've heard what you would like us to do. I don't think we need formal action.
Okay, thank you, Janet.
Thank you. And Vilda, Janet, Sky, thank you for your, information you provided us this morning. It's great and it's exciting. And I think we will be moving forward with new opportunities, especially on the north end, where we're lacking development. We're lacking the opportunity to get more out of the resources that are out there, especially the new populations coming into Montana, the new traffic counts that are existing on Highway 28 and 93. So it's a lot of good opportunity. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Council. Have a nice day. And we will be working with Greg on looking for some finance options.
All righty.
Bye now.
Thank
We'll
you,
see ya.
Chairman, Council. We'll talk to you guys
Thank you.
later.
See ya. We're going to take a 5-minute break before our next agenda item. Okay, we'll come back out of our break and return to session. Brian, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, council.
You're up. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll turn it over to Chelsea to kick us off.
Great. Hess Squex, good morning, Mr. Chairman and members of council. I think we probably should go into executive session for this discussion here.
Okay, we're moving